the Galactic Council had always considered humans to be. When humanity first ventured into the stars, they were met with polite indifference. The Council, composed of dozens of advanced species, had seen countless civilizations rise and fall. Humans, with their fragile bodies, limited lifespans, and primitive technology, were deemed harmless, perhaps even pitiable. They were categorized as a Class 3 species, sentient but not a threat. The Council granted them a small corner of the galaxy, a few resource-poor planets, and left them to their own devices. After all, what could humans possibly do? The Krell, a predatory species known for their ruthlessness, thought the same. They had conquered countless worlds, enslaving weaker species and stripping planets of their resources. When they stumbled upon Earth, they saw an easy target. Humans were soft, their cities unguarded, their weapons laughably primitive. The Krell fleet descended upon Earth, expecting a quick victory. They were wrong. The first sign that something was amiss came when the Krell scouts failed to report back. The second came when their drones, sent to map human cities, were systematically disabled. The Krell commander Vrax dismissed these anomalies as technical glitches. Humans couldn't possibly pose a threat, but as his fleet entered Earth's atmosphere, strange things began to happen. The Krell ships were met with silence. No panic, no resistance, no signs of life. The cities were eerily empty. Vrax ordered his troops to land and investigate. As the Krell soldiers marched through the deserted streets, they felt an unease they couldn't explain. The air was thick with tension, as if the planet itself was watching them. Then the attacks began. It started with small, coordinated strikes. Krell patrols vanished without a trace. Supply lines were disrupted. Communication relays were destroyed. The Krell, used to overwhelming their enemies with brute force, found themselves fighting an invisible foe. The humans weren't hiding, they were hunting. On the surface, it made no sense. Humans were physically weaker, slower, and less technologically advanced. But the Krell soon realized that humans had something they didn't: adaptability. Humans thrived in chaos. They turned the environment against their enemies, using the terrain, the weather, and even the wildlife to their advantage. They fought not as soldiers, but as predators. Vrax received reports of Krell soldiers being ambushed by humans using primitive weapons, knives, bows, and even their bare hands. The humans moved like shadows, striking quickly and disappearing before the Krell could retaliate. They didn't fight fair. They didn't fight honorably. They fought to win. The final blow came when the humans infiltrated the Krell command ship. Vrax couldn't understand how they had done it. The ship was heavily guarded, its systems impenetrable, or so he thought. The humans had hacked into the ship's AI, turning its defenses against the crew. Vrax watched in horror as his own drones turned on his soldiers, as the life support systems failed, as the humans boarded the ship with terrifying efficiency. When Vrax was finally captured, he was brought before a human commander. The human was unassuming, smaller and weaker than any Krell warrior. But there was something in the human's eyes, a cold, calculating intelligence, that sent a shiver down Vrax's spine. "You thought we were prey," the human said, his voice calm but laced with menace. "But you were wrong. We've been predators since the beginning. We survived ice ages, plagues, and wars. We've fought each other for millennia, honing our skills, perfecting our strategies. You're not the first species to underestimate us. And you won't be the last." The Galactic Council watched the events unfold with growing unease. The Krell, one of the most feared species in the galaxy, had been defeated by a Class 3 species. The humans had not only defended their planet, they had launched a counterattack, crippling the Krell fleet and sending a clear message to the rest of the galaxy. Humanity was not to be trifled with. The Council convened an emergency meeting. Debates raged about how to handle this new threat. Some argued for immediate action, for the containment of humanity before they became too powerful. Others cautioned against provoking them, pointing out that humans had only acted in self-defense. In the end, the council reached a decision. They would reclassify humanity as a Class 1 species, a predator, not prey. They would treat humans with respect, offering them a seat at the table and a voice in galactic affairs. It was a rare concession, one born not out of generosity, but out of fear. For the first time in their history, the Galactic Council had encountered a species that didn't just survive, it thrived. A species that turned weakness into strength, that used its ingenuity and ruthlessness to overcome any obstacle. A species that reminded the galaxy of a simple, terrifying truth. Humans were the apex predators of the cosmos, and the galaxy would never forget it.